You probably clicked on this video because you either just got a project car, have had a project car for a while, or you just have a car that you want to make more fun and more enjoyable to drive. In this video, I'm going to be basically going over some of the best cost-effective ways to take your daily driver A to B car and increase the quality of your driving experience significantly. Hey guys, my name's Logan, or Cream Tag, and yeah, today we're just going to be diving into some of the best simple, tasteful mods that you can do to a car to just to give it a better driving experience. This is something that is super important in my opinion, and it's something that I think will make a huge difference in how much you enjoy your car and how much you want to get out there and drive it. I know plenty of people who have really nice cars, but they don't want to get out there and drive them often because they just don't enjoy them as much. And this video is really just going to give you a bunch of really good ways to be able to enjoy your car to the fullest. So without any further ado, we're just going to jump straight into it. And we're going to start off with the first thing being coilovers. Now this one's a pretty simple one. Basically what these are going to do is increase the handling and performance of your car pretty significantly. Coilovers replace this factory strut system in your car, making it lower and also handling better. Not only does it make the car look a lot better, but it also improves the ride quality and makes your car a lot more enjoyable and gives it a little bit more of that race car feel when you're going through corners or tight roads. Now coilovers are a really big thing that almost everybody does on their cars. Now there's a number of different companies that make coilovers and different ways in which you can go about getting them. In my opinion, one of the best bang for your bucks coilovers out there is made by Trueheart. I run these on my Integra and they're absolutely great. I've had them for around 2 years and they have yet to fail me, and they feel good, they give a good ride quality, but they also improve the handling of the car significantly. I picked these up for around $800 Canadian after shipping, so for what you're getting, it's a pretty good bang for your buck. Now if you're looking to spend a little bit more money, something that you could look into is Tane. They make coilovers for significantly more. You can get them anywhere from $1,200 to $1,800 new, or you can buy them used, but they have a lot more adjustability in terms of damping and just ride height control, all these different things. So what I would highly recommend is figuring out exactly what you want to get out of your coilovers and doing research and seeing what exactly is the best setup for that. All these things are going to be things that act off of your senses, right? So coilovers, that's feel, like you can feel it, the car and how it responds and all these things. And now the next thing is going to be the sound, how you hear the car, what the car sounds like. And for that I would highly recommend getting a high quality exhaust system. I'd recommend getting something that's a catback system. I would highly recommend retaining your cats. One, if you live in a state like California and you have to pass smog, as well as it keeps the noise from being too excessive. Now, if you have a 90s Honda, or a lot of just Hondas in general, I would highly recommend checking out Yonaka. That's the shirt I'm wearing right now, and they make really, really good quality exhausts. I have one on my GSR and it is absolutely phenomenal. It's nice and quiet when you're at a cruising speed, but when you step on the gas, it really opens it up and you get a really nice, deep, rich tone. Now the other really nice part about these exhausts is that they don't drone. There's hardly any drone at all. In fact, when I'm on the highway cruising, there's almost no engine noise at all. It's mostly just road noise that I'm hearing. Me personally, I highly suggest getting something that is quality over just volume. At the end of the day, any car can be loud, but if a car is incredibly loud, it makes it less enjoyable to drive, so make sure you get something that you know is going to have a good quality tone. And me personally, I think that Yonaka is probably the best bang for your buck in terms of price and what you're getting. I genuinely believe that there is no better exhaust company on the market that makes exhaust for Hondas than Yonaka. They also don't just make exhaust for Hondas though, they make exhaust for Miatas and a bunch of other cars, so if you don't have a Honda, still go check out their website and see what they have for you. And now this next one is going to be easily the cheapest one on this entire list, and that's just do an interior detail. Do a full deep clean of your interior. You know, take your seats out, vacuum everything out, use a steamer if you can, and really, really deep clean the inside of your car, shampoo it, basically give it the 9 yards. Now, I've done this in cars before and it makes a significant difference. When you get in a car and it is immaculate, it is incredibly clean and it looks like it's factory new, it makes it much more enjoyable to drive than when you get in a car and there's crumbs, there's dirt, and it's just not super clean. Now trust me, you may think that your car interior is clean, but if you do a full-on deep clean, you'll see just how much you're able to get out. And I'm really looking forward to this summer or this spring and being able to take my car out and do a full deep clean of the interior. I will of course be making a video out of that, so make sure you stick around down the road for that. Smell is a really big thing that affects people and they don't even realize it. If you have a car that smells really good, you know, if you have a car that looks clean and looks brand new, it makes it a lot more enjoyable and a lot more fun to be in. Being that really all it's gonna cost you is a little bit of cleaning supplies. In order to do this, I would really highly recommend just doing a full deep clean of your interior. It really does make that much of a difference. It really doesn't cost you anything other than a few hours of your time and whatever small materials you have to buy. Now, while we're on the topic of interiors, the next thing I'm gonna really suggest and really push you guys to get is a short throw shifter. Now, I thought that, you know, just a stock shifter is good, you know, as long as your bushings are good or whatever. It doesn't really matter that much, but I got a short throw shifter for my first Integra and the difference it made was insane. Not only does it give it a more notchier feel, make it feel more like a race car, it also just makes it more smooth. It makes your shifts a lot smoother and tighter, and it just makes it more enjoyable to shift. Now, of course, this is only gonna apply to those of you who are driving a manual, but at the same time, if you drive an automatic, one thing you can do is change out your shift knob. That's kind of something I would include with doing an aftermarket shifter, is get an aftermarket shift knob, just to look, get something weighted, you know, just get something that you really like, because at the end of the day, you see the inside of your car more than the outside of it, and these small details really do make that big of a difference. A company that makes a really good short throw is K-Tuned, and that's what I have in my Integras. They are really high quality and they're still pretty cost effective. I believe it can be anywhere from $300 to $400 to $500 for a shifter. However, if you do want something that's just gonna feel better and you don't really need a high-end look or insane adjustability or any of these things, then you can really just go on Amazon. There's a lot of options out there for like B series Hondas, for example, or D series, and just any car in general. You can look stuff up and just find like a cheap Amazon or even an eBay short throw, and it will still make that big difference. Just keep in mind, they're not the strongest in the world, so make sure you get something that has good reviews, but still at the end of the day, I've seen people who have gotten decent short throw shifters off of Amazon or eBay or other websites like that for under 50 bucks. So this is a really good option. I'd really highly recommend you look into it. Now, this next time I'm gonna mention something I make sure is upgraded in every single car I've owned, and that's gonna be your speakers and your radio. Now, you may think that your factory speakers are good or whatever, you know, they're decent, they work, but I mean, when you can buy like Pioneer speakers or other like decent quality brands for like $100 or less and toss them in your car pretty easily without any kind of modification, it makes a huge difference. Having good speakers in your car is essential to a good quality driving experience. And on top of that, I would highly recommend putting some money in. You know, you can get a decent single DIN Pioneer radio for under $200, $100 to $200, and you get like a high quality one with Bluetooth, aux, USB, all these things. And what's perfect about these systems is that they're super easy to install, so anyone can put one in their car, and most of the time you can get adapters so you don't even have to splice any wires together or anything like that, and even if you do, it's still really easy to do. Now, at the end of the day, you can always buy a $30 one off of Amazon that'll work in your car, but I would really recommend spending, you know, a little bit more money getting a higher quality one like Pioneer or Alpine, for example. I had a $30 one in my Integra when I first got the car, and it worked great, but having one that just connects to your phone automatically, you know, all these little extra features, even just having a better radio is going to give you better audio because it's going to connect to the speakers easier. Everyone listens to music, so this is definitely applicable to everyone. I would highly recommend doing this, and at the end of the day, for the cost that you're paying, it's really worth it. And when you're cruising down the highway and you're listening to music and the speakers sound so good, it's just really worthwhile. If you're still kind of looking for a project car, or you're looking to pick something up, maybe you clicked on this video for your daily, but you're also thinking about getting a project, second car, or even you're just looking for your first car. I did a video on some of the best first project cars a few days ago. You guys can go check that out right here. As always, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.